Hi everyone, this is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess. Let me fix my shirt being inappropriate. This is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to drop a divine update, okay? The energy's been off the hook lately, in more ways than one, right? In my Teddy Pendergrass voice. Um, but I feel like on one end for the divine feminines, a lot of us, I feel like for the whole divine feminine collective and individuals who consider themselves divine feminine, the wheat is being separated from the chaff right now. A lot of individuals who've been kind of masquerading as divine feminines and saying one thing and appearing to be one thing, but something else on the other end, they're starting to be exposed. Not only to the masses, but they're having to reflect on the ways in which they're out of alignment and out of integrity and not, the divine feminine that they claim to be. Me personally, when it comes to being a divine feminine or high priestess, etc., I feel like it can get dangerous when you start to say, well, you need to have this, you need to be like this, you need to do that. I feel like we should not go down that road. We should say instead, divine feminines don't do A, B, C, and D. Divine feminines don't throw black magic at people. Divine feminines don't lie on people. Divine feminines don't talk out of both sides of their neck, that type of thing. Both sides of their mouth, right? Divine feminines, handle their business. Divine feminines stand up for themselves. Divine feminines set boundaries. So it's like things like that, right? That's separating the wheat from the chaff. Now, if you find yourself in a category where you feel like, okay, well, I'm not on my divine path and I can be doing better. That's the first step that you know that you're a divine feminine. That right there, because divine feminines always take accountability for our actions. And I feel like because of that, a lot of us are going to be in the season of winning, and experiencing a lot of like blessings and abundance because we've stayed on our path. We've stayed true to ourselves. We've stayed in integrity. Now, I'm going to say one thing. It's not about being perfect. It's not about, oh, do I go to church every Sunday or do I do these things? Let me give an example. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on divine feminines to be like perfect and godly and not have any flaws or bad habits. That's a slippery slope because then you can start to get into the perfectionism, comparison, competition. And then by the time you know it, you're dealing with karmic energies, right? For me, what it means to be a divine feminine is you have a connection with your higher power and you listen to your higher power and you follow directions from your higher power. You don't engage in karmic energies or entertain low vibrational activities or behaviors, right? Like promiscuity or over drinking or over drugging. I'm not saying that it's bad to like have a drink every now or then or party with your friends. I'm not saying it's bad to hit the weed or something like that. But you can't be calling yourself a divine feminine and you're popping pills and doing those type of things and you're sleeping with all kinds of people, right? Another thing too for divine feminines, I feel like a lot of us are getting stricter in terms of our divinity, in terms of what energies we allow into our space spiritually. Something that I have been noticing in the divine feminine collective that I think I'm going to make a whole video about is who you choose to engage with as your image of divinity. Now, me personally, I feel like it starts to get dangerous when you just pick one image of divinity and that's your God and that's where you're going to stay. That's how we get a lot of issues. Because me personally, I actually took a world religions class and an abnormal psychology class at the same time, and they had direct parallels. It was funny. And that's why I really learned, like, for me personally, like my family, they grew up Christian. I never felt anything going into that church. I never felt anything looking at the white Jesus, none of that. It was only until I got older and started going on my spiritual journey and started exploring all different type of religions and finding the underlying theme between all of them that I started to realize, oh, these different individuals that they call Allah or Jesus or the Buddha, they're literally just physical manifestations of the Most High. They were able to perfect and embody the Most High's essence on planet Earth. So they became an ascended master. They are not the one God. They are not the one deity. And I feel like for a lot of divine feminines, we are actually in the process right now of reviewing what do we believe in? What are we engaging in? Who are these different entities and deities that I've been involved with, right? Because not all entities and deities are connected to high vibrational energies. And I also want to add this, some people may disagree. You got to be careful too, the different type of systems that you get yourself into, because some of these systems are connected to legacies of trauma and chaos and harm of the ancestors of other people and of your own ancestors, right? So I feel like for a lot of divine feminines, we're in that space right now. I was thinking like maybe I was going to use just this one video to do divine feminine and divine masculine. Let's see how this keeps going because I may just combine it all and then just do one whole separate about the karmic energies. So, but I feel like that's what's happening for the collective right now. I also fear for a lot of divine feminines, they are in the process of ascension, like heart healing. Three of Swords reversed energy is what I'm seeing. I feel as though there's been a lot of like trauma and chaos that has been going on for a lot of the feminines. And even though there's been a lot of that going on, we've been focusing on building our resilience and trying not to lose our head. I don't know if you guys know that Zion I song. It's called Don't Lose Your Head. I don't know if you know that song, but listen to it. We've been trying not to lose our head in the midst of a storm with the quarantine and our finances being impacted, and then dealing with your soul partner or your karmic partner or your twin or whatnot, and their karmic, and dealing with your children and all that stuff, and your own traumas and issues. I feel like we've been trying to like really like stay above water and diving deeper into our practices. I know a lot of feminists have been doing that, and I've been feeling the energy shift even in the readings. The energy is just getting higher and higher with each reading, and it's weird because the masculine's energy just gets lower and lower, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. And it's the masculines that are attached to karmic, so go figure, right? I feel like also too for the divine feminine, some of the channelings that I'm getting is about discernment. That's been the biggest thing: discernment, discernment, discernment. And that's why I dropped that channeling regarding, let them have their karma, because right now, divine feminine, now is your test of discernment. Now is your test of your intuition. Now is your test to show if you really are that feminine that you claim to be, or, was this just a facade the whole time? Because real situations expose real people, expose real growth or lack thereof. And a lot of us are going through that. Okay, you know what? This is what I need to work on, and this is what needs to improve. I'm gonna just keep it real. There was a situation that happened with me the other day, and I had to get Knight of Swords. I had to get Queen of Wands times Queen of Swords times the Knight of Wands on somebody, because it was just too much. And then after the situation, I was like, okay, you know what, Daisy? You could have reacted differently. You could have done something differently. And I was like, okay, this situation has been something that's like been a reoccurring theme on my journey. So let me really, really, really do the work on it, I feel like a lot of us are in that mode right now, really having to swallow uncomfortable pills, but knowing that in the process of swallowing that pill, I'm going to be better at the end of it. I'm going to come out better. I'm going to come out being better. I'm going to come out acting better, and I'm going to come out with better energy. And yes, it may be painful in the midst of it, but at the end of the day, I know that it's for my benefit. I feel like a lot of us are going through a mini dark night of the soul, that type of thing. But I also know that for some of the feminines, there's a lot of traumas, past life and current life traumas that we have not resolved that are coming up to the surface for us to heal. So now we have some things that we actually do have to worry about. And it's taking our mind and our attention away from like the masculine or whatnot and putting it more on ourselves. And I want to give an example. There's one reader that I follow, and she always does like a weekly divine masculine, divine feminine update. And I noticed that there's actually more views on the divine feminine videos than the divine masculines. And what that let me know is that a lot of the feminines are no longer worried about, oh, when are we going into union? What's going on with the karmic? They're actually worried about like what's happening with themselves. There's a shift happening. And that's good, because as more of these readers fall off YouTube or whatnot, they say that they're not doing tarot, which that's none of my business, really. People can do what they want to do. And I don't know why there's so much like fanfare about it. Because even before I even knew about tarot, I was already channeling. That's so crazy. I didn't know that that's what it was. I would just tell people things and they'll be like, how did you know that? I'm like, because I can look in people's face and see exactly what they're going through and see exactly their traumas, and I can see exactly their faulty personality traits, etc. You see? So anyways, because the feminines now have something to work on that they really want to work on and move past and transcend, it's taking your energy. Not only is it taking your energy away from even focusing on your masculine, and by doing that, you're taking away the energy from him and the karmic. So I don't know if you guys have been feeling your energy has even been changing, because you're not actually giving any energy to that at all. You see? So now this turns into, okay, wow, I'm understanding now how my thoughts and what I choose to put my mental energy towards is what creates my reality. It's what's going to impact my energy field. It's what's going to impact my mood day to day. Okay? So that's what I have to say about that. Now, let's look at this. What's going on with these masculines? Because, we're going to get in the cards too. These masculines. There's two groups. I'm telling you right now, the wheat is being separated from the chaff on all levels. These masculines that some of y'all are calling them divine, they're not divine. They're karmics. The only reason why you feel like they're divine is because they pulled the wool over your eyes, because they dickmatized you, because of them sex magicians. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that if you thought that person was your divine partner, because they served a purpose. You had to learn a karmic lesson from this individual, right? But what you cannot continue to do is call an individual divine or continue to, is that my twin, or want to be on a journey with them, etc. When the readings keep on telling you to move on, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, or when they continuously showing you that they're your secret enemy, Five of Swords energy, A lot of these masculines are in the Hanged Man and the Seven of Swords reversed energy because the chopping block is coming down now. Saturn's in Aquarius, you see. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction that recently happened too is bringing up energies from several past lives, right? For them to address around misogyny, patriarchy, their abuse of women, their jealousy of women, and how they are unequally yoked with their own inner feminine energy, right? And how that's caused a lot of issues in their life. Some of these masculines that have been continuous on that hamster wheel of just nonsense, toxicity, and fuckery and karmics, they are being left in old earth and they will suffer greatly. And if you know that you're masculine and you've been told and your spirit guides have been telling you to leave that situation alone and you continue to engage, you're going to be suffering with them. So then are you really a divine feminine, right? For those masculines who, okay, you know what? There's another group of masculines who they've gotten the message. They're now finally starting to see it. They're starting to recognize where they've went wrong. A lot of these masculines, I feel like they're not only in the dark night of the soul, they're in the dark night of the soul, but they're in a lot of depression and feeling embarrassed by their own behavior, feeling embarrassed that they decided to be seen with that karmic or whatever they were doing with the karmic, feeling embarrassed for how they treated their soul partner and someone that they're from the same soul family from, feeling embarrassed for, all the things that they've done throughout the years. It's a life review right now. That's what's happening. A life review. They're looking throughout their whole entire lifespan about all the ways in which they've hurt, harmed, and, worked against the feminine energies and how they're getting karma for that. The ways that they've showed up as less than divine, the people that they've hurt, the lies that they've told. A lot of them are going through that right now, which is perfect. This is a perfect time to do that. I said that because a lot of them can't escape in work or jump into the karmic's pussy or something like that. It's going to be time for them to do that inner reflection, which is good. So I feel like that's what's happening for a lot of those masculines. They're in a deep reflective mode. And I really encourage for feminines, if in the reading it doesn't show up that your masculine's really worried about you, etc., don't take that personally. That's a good thing that they're worrying about themselves, that they're focusing on themselves, because a lot of these masculines are codependent and they use other people, places, things, and drugs, etc., to escape the traumas that they need to heal and address within themselves. I'm talking about some of these masculines that I work with some of y'all, they're in their 40s and 50s and barely just addressing stuff that happened in their childhood. So imagine the calcification and the scarring around the different chakra systems, right? That they still have to work through before they come to you, so they don't dump all that toxic energy into your space, specifically your yoni. Now the karmic. So I know some people say, I don't like to do readings about karmics. I don't want to channel karmic energies. I'm going to still channel them for y'all because remember, it's warfare. So you're learning the tactics of your enemy. It's not about let's spy on the karmic and what are they doing and being obsessed with what they're doing. I keep on saying that to y'all. It's about exposing the energies that they operate in. Fuck the karmic, because remember, they operate in a collective. So it can be Stacy, Janisha, Keisha, whatever. They can have all different names, but remember, they're the same exact person underneath because they are being ran by a specific type of class of entities. And I do want to say that I had a dream where I actually got to go to they took me to the place where these karmics get their assignments. They took me to the place where these karmics get their assignments for light workers and empaths and beings that they're supposed to go and destroy. Oh my God. I'll say this. It was just hard for me to watch because I was just like, is this really fucking happening? And just to see how some of the karmics they are on the 5D level. Y'all know about this deviant moon? Oh, I'm so sorry. Y'all know about this deviant moon tarot? I love this deviant moon tarot because just like the way that they draw people. Okay, so this is what the karmics look like. That's what the karmics look like. That thing right there. You see how? Look at it with its little teeth and those little gaps. That's what these karmics look like in the little center that they go to get trained and, get their assignment. It's a real center where these entities, they're not human. That's why I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Then they go into this little room and then they get their meat suit according to whatever the feminine or masculine, it's appealing to them. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And that's what let me know that this is bigger than just masculine and feminine divine karmic energies. This is about the destinies and the purpose that we have to facilitate here on planet Earth, and these karmics are a hindrance. You know, something else that I was actually, like the channeling that I got regarding these karmics, and I had to write it down. I saw a billboard and I was like, oh my God, yes. And it was a casino billboard, and it said, more games played, more games won. And I said, and it had the page of swords on it and the ace of swords on it. So that let me know that there's some news, warrants, breakups, harsh truths coming out that these karmics cannot handle. More games played on behalf of these karmics means more games won for you as the feminine, especially if they're working against you. These karmics are in survival mode right now, y'all. Like heavy, heavy, heavy. They are clamping down. And I said that this is going to start happening. I said this about 3 months ago, before the quarantine even started to like pop off, that these karmics going to start clamping down because they need their survival and their feeding source, right? They can feel it slipping away. Even in some of the readings that I've done for y'all, we see how, the karmic, they're constantly getting readings every single day on the masculine, how they feel about you, etc. And they're actively throwing magic to change his mind in the nick of time and all these different things. And as they're doing that, more games being played, right? It means more games being games being won for you, because as they continue to do that and block your union, right? It's like a big cloud of karma on their head that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when it's time for that karma to come down, by the time they know it, they're in such a karmic debt that they cannot get out of. And they're bewildered. And some of them are even like in disillusionment about their own karma that they built for themselves, because they just thought that they can go and do whatever, however they wanted to, whenever they wanted to. And it all accumulated into this big old snowball of karma that they're going to have to deal with. Basically, these karmics then shitted where they have to eat, and they're going to deal with that. The plate, the stew of nonsense and madness and all of that they created for you, they're going to have to ingest and eat. And that's such a fucked up reality to be in. And a lot of them it's now starting to dawn on them, the reality of what they created. Because remember, you guys have to understand, some of these karmics then use magic to get people into marriages. They done got children out of this magic. And now, because it's all backfiring, their children hate them, or their children have problems, or they're having problems, right? Now they're starting to see, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have made permanent decisions out of temporary mental illness episodes and temporary jealousy and rage towards someone. Because remember, I keep on telling y'all about these karmics. It's not about the masculine. No. It's not about the feminine. No. It's about keeping y'all apart. One, because on a higher level, the archonic spirits know if you guys get together, it's going to change the planet, right? But these karmics also know too that they just want to be in competition with you. And them keeping the masculine or whatnot away from you is like, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself, right? Because you're building up karma. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, too, a lot of these masculines, they don't have love for the karmic. So it's like, who is really winning? Because you're staying in a situation that's loveless. Again, more games played is more games won for you, right? So let's get into it. Let's get into this energy for divine feminine, karmics, etc. Let's see. All right. I'm using the Nature Nurture deck by Marcella Crawl here. Okay. Oh, you know what I want to do? Okay, let's just use this. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have for the divine feminine right now? Before I do that, I do want to say, y'all, I know a lot of people say you talk too fast and I need you to slow down. I'm going to try as much as I can, okay? You guys have to understand, like, I was raised, like, with listening to a different language. So it's like my brain is shifted. It's like operates differently. And then I have a lot of mercurial energy in my chart. So my brain sometimes moves faster than my mouth. It's hard. Like, I'm getting so much downloads and insights and I'm like, okay, wait, hold on, wait, pause. Let me try to say that properly. And then at the same time, too, then I got these hating assholes doing magic on me, right? Trying to do like binding spells on me, trying to shut off my abilities, things like that. So, I'm going to just try to make it as accommodating as possible for y'all, okay? So I do apologize for that. All right, let's get started. It's just a Virgo in me. I have to be courteous. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, please show us the energy that the divine feminines are in right now. Show us the divine feminine's energy. Wow, Raven magic. Oop, look at this. Serpent healing at the bottom of the deck. Corn harvest, money, abundance coming in. Lion, leadership. I'm telling you, the feminines, we've been doing our work. Work. So let's see. Yeah. Ooh. Air, message, communication coming in. You could be an air sign, divine feminine with this card here, but let's go ahead and clarify. And you know what? I'm gonna use the after tarot. I just got this deck and I freaking love it. Oh, let's go ahead and get our planetary messages too. How could I forget? Dear bright and loving ancestors, please give us a message from the heavens for the divine feminine, please. Messages for the divine feminine. I also want to say, for divine feminines that have been dealing with magic attacks, what I'm being told is y'all need to really like push to light your candles, push to do your spirit baths, push to do your prayers, push to do your meditations, and that's what breaks through the magic. Because remember, it constricts your will, right? Which is your solar plexus. So when you push through that energy, you push through that resistance, you're breaking the magic, is what I'm being told too. I feel like a lot of divine feminines, we've been kind of like, dealing with these attacks in silence, but I feel like there's going to be some exposures for many people, and you don't have to lift a finger. Messages for the divine feminine, please. Jupiter expansion, right? Luck. Jupiter is also right now in Capricorn. Okay, so there's that too. There could be opportunities for financial abundance and things like that for divine feminines, which is what I was just talking about. Because we did our work, because we followed the divine order. We weren't, playing both sides, doing karmic shit here and trying to be divine feminine there, right? We're going to be winning, okay? You could also be a Sagittarius, okay? Or your Jupiter could be in Capricorn right now, or you can be a Capricorn yourself. Messages for the divine feminine. And I just bought new equipment, y'all. Capricorn, you see what I was saying? Oh, then we got Pluto at the bottom of the deck. Change, transformation, okay? Then we have Pisces at the top of the deck. 12th house, dream state, right? Neptunian energy. Pisces is a Neptune, Pisces is a Neptune right now until 2026. So if you have Pisces in your chart, this is a good time for you to really get creative and imaginative. But this is also a time for you to be really careful about who you deal with spiritually, the places that you enter and surround yourself with, and also any type of like chakra opening substances, okay? Anyways, I did order some new equipment for y'all, so we're going to be like high class in here in a minute, but just bear with me, okay? So let's see here. All right, dear bright and loving ancestors, please clarify Jupiter for the divine feminines. Clarify Jupiter for the divine feminines. With the Seven of Pentacles. So basically with the Seven of Pentacles, that looks like assessments and reviews in your material and your financial world, okay? Is what I'm putting in what I'm getting out. I also feel here too that there could be some karmic there could be some retribution for individuals that could have maybe like stolen from you, or they tricked you into a bad investment, etc. This Jupiter and Capricorn transit is going to be bringing financial like karma for a lot of people as well. That's exactly what I see. See, this is the thing with transits. Depending on your energy and your karmic debts, the transits can either be really good for you or really horrible for you. You see what I'm saying? Clarify Capricorn for the divine feminine, please. Clarify Capricorn for the divine feminine. With the Page of Swords. What did I say? Remember I told you guys about that billboard with the Page of Swords, and it had the it didn't say Page of Swords. It had like the jack of what is that? Jack of clubs? No. Jack of spades, and then the Ace of spades. But you know that it has this correlation to tarot too. Anyways, you have the Page of Swords here. Messages about something, or this is someone could be spying on you. You could be getting news about money because of Capricorn energy here. This can also be karmic debts being paid off. Because remember, Capricorn is ruled by what? Saturn, right? This can also be people getting bad news about financial situations, but someone could be watching you. You could be a Capricorn divine feminine. There's someone spying and lurking. Let's see. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords for the divine feminine, please? Up with the World card and the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. So divine feminine, you could have recently like applied for a job. You could have recently like applied for a job or gotten a message or a letter about something that, you were looking forward to, and now it's coming to fruition with the Nine of Cups. Your wishes are being fulfilled with the Nine of Cups here is what I'm hearing. This is exactly what I was saying. A lot of feminines are in a period right now where they are winning because they paid attention, they listened, right? And they did what the Most High asked them to do, regardless of, the karmic was, pissing you off and making you want to retaliate. Your masculine was also acting crazy. You were having money issues, etc. But because you stayed in integrity and you trusted and had faith in the Most High, you're getting rewarded, right? And this Page of Swords can indicate like bad news, but this is bad news for your enemies, is what I'm hearing here. And the World card, the end of tumultuous karmic cycles. Remember, this is exactly what I just said. So I feel like some of you are ending karmic cycles with families, with jobs, with friends, with relationship partners that no longer serve you, and you're moving forward into something better. You're going to go find your wish fulfillment. It's exactly what I'm hearing here. I also see that some of y'all could be doing research maybe on like addictions or overconsumption and how to handle that, because Capricorn 2 is like the devil, and that with the Nine of Cups can indicate, like I was saying earlier, some of you divine feminines are really focusing on, okay, how can I work on, my addictions or my attachments or the things that I do to kind of keep myself grounded emotionally when I'm going through a lot of trauma. I'm going to tell you one thing, and you guys are probably not going to believe me. Willpower oil. Willpower oil. Rub it on. If you have something with like eating a lot, rub it on your gut. I'm telling you, it will make you like stop eating. I don't know what, but I tried it and okay, so there's that. And I love to eat. I'm going to tell you right now. So, clarify Raven magic. Clarify Raven magic for the divine feminine. With the Eight of Wands, movement forward. Your magic is working. Your manifestations are moving quickly. No longer experiencing stagnation, obstacles, delays. You could be a Sagittarius. What's the Eight of Wands with the magic for divine feminine? With the Nine of Swords in reverse. Slaying dragons. Literally. No longer being engaged or attached to, past life or present life traumas and habits and behaviors that keep you stuck and bound in a specific frequency. With the Eight of Wands here, you're moving forward quickly. I feel like too with this magic here, right next to the healing card, a lot of feminines are tapping deeper into their own magic to, healing rituals, magic, moon magic, doing honey jars, doing healing candles and healing baths, using your magic to heal yourself and for good. That's how you know you're a divine feminine. I'm not saying that if you've done work to like block other people's magic or if you've ever hit a reversal that you're a bad person and that you're not a divine feminine. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that a lot of divine feminines who are real feminines, they use magic on themselves to help themselves. 95% of the time, it's more about themselves than doing it on other people. You see? That's what I see here. What's the healing with the serpent, please, for the divine feminine? I'm so proud of y'all. With the Three of Swords reverse. What did I say? I said this in the channeling, that this is exactly what I'm seeing for a lot of divine feminines, that we're healing, right? Because remember, you see the swords, they're out of the heart and they're on the ground. We are healing from the backstab, the betrayal, the hurt. I feel like for a lot of feminines, a lot of y'all masculines have like dogged y'all to the point where it's like, what? Like you treated me like I was not even a human. Some of y'all even have like children with your masculine and they've, dogged out your children. Your children have been in like critical or dire situations. They didn't come through, but they're laid up with a karmic or something like that, And you are now healing from that. You're like, you know what? I'm not even going to take it personally because I know it's not even about me. It's about you and your own inner demons that you haven't conquered yet that led you to the point to mistreat me. Because there's a really good quote by Paulo Freire. He wrote this book called Pedagogy of the Oppressed. I'm bringing in my social justice hat. And it goes, when you dehumanize other people, you dehumanize yourself. So your masculine failing to take accountability, dehumanization. Failing to take responsibility, dehumanization. Failing to make amends, dehumanization. Playing games, throwing you under the bus, treating you as lesser than, treating you as trash, dehumanization. And because of that, he slips lower and lower and lower down the vibratory field within his DNA and becomes a karmic. And then you become susceptible to all kinds of karma, diseases, ailments, all kinds of stuff. Because again, people don't realize that, there's a price that you pay for hurting other people. And you think just because you can't see the consequences and because you don't think that they're manifesting, they are always manifesting. You just can't see it, right? So now these feminines were healing from this, right? So let's keep going. What's the air message for divine feminines? Clarify air message for divine feminines. With the Eight of Swords reverse. Yes. out of spiritual jail as other people are going into spiritual jail. And I feel like this spiritual jail that a lot of the feminines we were not there voluntarily. People put us there with black magic, with gossip, with slander, with isolation, with gang stalking, all of that. And now we are coming out. We are being cut out. You see that? That's why I love using this deck, because it shows you what happens afterwards. We are being cut out by the Most High, right? From these chains and from these binds in order to move forward. And then you see the Nine of Swords is out here. So we go out from the Eight of Swords, right? Feeling mentally trapped and bound in the spiritual jail, to the Nine of Swords reversed, healing, slayed the dragon, no longer stuck in that repetitive trauma or that repressed trauma, right? So this is what I feel here. And with this Eight of Swords too, I feel like for some feminines, you're going to get news that some karmic or your masculine or someone is going to jail. That's another thing that I see. And I feel like a lot of readers have been picking up on that. Clarify the Eight of Swords, please. With the Two of Wands in the reverse, yeah, a decision has been made about something. No longer procrastinating, no longer going both ways, in your consciousness. You finally have picked the path. You've chosen that one wand, and now you're striking out to your Three of Wands, where ships are now coming in, is what I'm seeing here for the Divine Feminines. I'm very proud of y'all. I also feel here too that there can be someone who is in a lot of guilt and a lot of remorse, right? For, playing games with you, for keeping you kind of trapped and in limbo, for not making a decision, for procrastinating. Now they realize they missed out on a really powerful opportunity with you, right? And they missed out on a good investment, right? They realizing that you were the bag the whole time. Meanwhile, they're playing with pages and princesses and kings and queens. They missed out on an empress. Yes, is what I'm hearing here. Someone could also be spying on you because they're your wish fulfillment. You are their wish fulfillment. With the Page of Swords here and the Nine of Cups. This can also be someone masturbating to your pictures too, feminine. Ooh. Very interesting. So, Divine Feminines, I'm going to go ahead and get a Goddess card for us, okay? All right. Dear Brian, one loving ancestors, messages for the Divine Feminine, please. Messages for the Divine Feminine. Ayakura, blossoming. It looks like Akira, but, well, there's that. I'm not going to mess up her name. Wow. We got Goddess Ixchel, Medicine Woman on top, and then we got Guinevere, True Love at the bottom. Okay, so let's look into this. Let's start with Miss Akira, blossoming. It says here, you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. What was I saying, feminines? A lot of us are doing a lot of deep soul healing right now. Ooh, be patient with yourself. It's hard. Because sometimes too, some of the things I've engaged in or allowed to happen, or the people that I had in my life, when I really think and reflect, it makes my skin crawl. But I have to realize this is a part of my lesson, and by my skin crawling like that, or me feeling kind of embarrassed or something like that, it just makes me a little bit more resilient, so that next time something comes up similar, I'm like, you know what? This is how I felt last time that I did this, or I got involved in that. So let me do something different so I don't feel like that again, right? You got Ixchel, Medicine Woman. It says you are a channel for divine healing power. Yes, especially with the serpent here and the healing. Right? A lot of feminines, you are stepping deeper and deeper into your high priestess and divine feminine energy. Like I said, the wheat is being separated from the chaff, right? And the fact that I'm channeling this group of divine feminines lets me know, a lot of y'all on my channel, we're gonna call y'all professionals, okay? So a lot of the professionals here on my channel, y'all are ascending. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into your healing. You're now activating past life healing powers that were in your DNA, but were just latent because of some of the baggage and the karmic energy that you were dealing with. And now that because you're activating those DNA codes, because you've had time to do some deeper healing and removing baggage and raising your vibration, you're tapping into all kinds of powers you didn't know you had, is what I'm seeing here. Then we got Guinevere, True Love. And it says here, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Feminines, I'm telling you right now, a lot of us got new love coming in. I'm just going to keep it hella real. Yes, you wanted to be with that masculine or that feminine or whatnot. And while there still may be some residuals in your heart, I feel like a lot of us mentally know that it can't happen. It can't. Yes, it's okay to fantasize and think about what could have been. But eventually we got to move forward, and continue to stay in that energy of what could have been is stopping what can be. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us do have new love coming in. Honestly, I could feel it. I seen my boo in the dream state. Oh, I love it. Oh, and he hardcore. I love me a professional, I love me a man who can be like a professional, like hood, like a thug. Like, yes, push me to the edge. Show me that you with the shit. Like, let me know that you can protect me. But with all that other crazy shit, like, I want to be Cardi B and Offset just without them baby mamas and the fuckery and the nonsense. But I mean, that's what makes up their relationship, right? But you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. So, anyways, let's tap in with these damn masculines and see what trouble they're getting themselves into. Yeah, let's use this deck. All right, dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have regarding the divine masculine? What's currently going on with the divine masculine? Show us what's happening with the divine masculines, please. Wow, we have forgiveness reversed. Whoo, what did I say? Magic at the bottom of the deck. Fox shapeshift at the top of the deck. Okay. What's happening with the divine masculines right now? Like I told you, I feel like a lot of these masculines, they're recognizing the magic that's being done. This has been a reoccurring theme for a minute now. Okay. Should I get a planetary card for the masculines? I'll get one and then I'm going to get an energy oracle. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have for the divine masculines right now? What's currently going on for the divine masculines? We got Gemini here. So your masculine could be a divine, your divine masculine could be a Gemini, okay? Or dealing with the Gemini karmic, or you could be a Gemini. And then here we have a Saturn. Karma. Yeah, pretty much is what I channeled. A lot of these masculines are, getting hit from all sides right now, but that's because it's the accumulation of what they failed to heal throughout the years, right? So they're going to have to start doing this work right now. Let me get this numerology deck as well to get some messages out here. Okay. So let's get some messages for the divine masculines. All right, dear bright and well-loving ancestors, please clarify Gemini for the masculines with the Page of Swords. Okay, so swords is air, it's messages. Like I said, these masculines could have gotten a bad message. I feel like the message that the masculines have gotten is that you are moving on, that you're satisfied by yourself, because that Nine of Cups as well came out with the Page of Swords. So you are delivering messages, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, harsh truths and messages people don't want to hear, right? Because the more games that they played, the more times that you won and the more that you disconnected and the more that you distance yourself, right? So it's like that song, after the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong, and love is lost and found. Oh. Okay, let me stop. I got my record player here, and I literally have every single Earth, Wind, and Fire for the turntable. I love them. It's my favorite song. So anyways, your masculine is not realizing how they played themselves. Where did we go wrong? Maybe we can work it out. And tell me what's wrong between us. Where do we go wrong? Hey, that's my song. Okay, let me stop. But these masculines, they are realizing now that they played themselves, playing games, playing out of a double consciousness with this Gemini energy here, right? Because remember, Gemini's the twins. They played both sides. They tucked out both sides of their neck. They were doing all these different things. And now they lost you with the shapeshift here and the forgiveness in reverse. Because some of y'all are done, right? So that's the news that they're getting. And it's so funny that song popped into my head. I think that's LTD. LTD, yeah. Clarified Page of Swords. Oh, with the Nine of Wands, yeah. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Cups, yeah. That you've moved on. You don't want to have a new beginning. You don't want to revive the situation. You're no longer interested because they did too much with the Nine of Wands here. It was repetitive backstab, betrayal, chaos, and drama, and all kinds of stuff. And I feel like a lot of these masculines could have like talked down on you with the karmic hee ha ha gossip, and now that's the same karmic that they're trying to run away from and that they're catching cases for and all kinds of stuff, right? So there's that. This is exactly, I knew that I needed to put this channeling out because I was headed outside. Clarify Saturn, please, for the divine masculines. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Wow. Bad luck, karma, change of plans, delays, failed cycles, destiny unfulfilled with the Wheel of Fortune here. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius masculine. Like I said, you made up your bed, now lay in it. Clarify Wheel of Fortune for the divine masculines. With the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so some of these masculines are having bad luck at work, losing money, losing sleep, okay? Getting demoted, right? Getting fired. And when you get fired, you can't get unemployment. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in between a rock and a hard place. What's the Wheel of Fortune, please, for these masculines? Eight of Cups here. Yeah. Because someone has walked away from the situation. You've walked away from them. They've walked away from the karmic, right? Eight of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. There's a Gemini involved in this, okay? Clarify the Eight of Cups, please, for the Divine Masculine with the Knight of Swords. Missed opportunity. Yeah. They missed their chance because they wanted to entertain third-party situations, right? Because they were acting out of their lower selves with the King of Pentacles here in the reverse, right? They missed their chance and their plans were canceled, right? Because they were being hella negative and hella vindictive with the Magician card, and they were being hella sneaky with the Seven of Swords because they just wanted to get their dick wet with the Strength card here in the reverse, sex addiction, right? Because they put their loins before God. They put their divine purpose and their divine partner underneath their addictions. You see what I'm saying? So now they have to really think about, what did I really just lose that for? What did I give? What was so appealing about all of this that I gave that up for it? I'm telling you right now, a lot of these masculines have really lost y'all for good, but that's their karma. You're the one that got away. So let them go ahead and cry. Cry as much as they need to. That's what they need. And they're going to be crying for the rest of their life. Oh, I would hate to be in that position. See, like Cardi B says, no nigga wants to be my ex. He comes more when I see him less. Anyways, clarify forgiveness with the Dev. With the Nine of Pentacles. Hey, feminines, coin, Bitcoin, good money, good skin, good health, waist snatched, men chasing you, going on all kinds of quarantine dates to the grocery store, right? Or like sneaking to the park before the police come and spray us down with the water hose and tell us to leave. But with this Nine of Pentacles here on the forgiveness card, you don't want to reconcile. You don't. And this masculine knows that. I also feel too with this Nine of Pentacles, these masculines too don't want to be engaged with this karmic. They don't want to reconcile with the karmic because it's not all the time that the karmic is the one that's like giving, and the masculine, they have to forgive the masculine. Sometimes it's the karmic doing hella shit to the masculine too. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please. With the Hierophant reverse, yes. There's a divorce here. Rewriting of contracts, ending of soul contracts. It's over on both ends. Take it how it resonates. Take what side that you're on. Clarify Raven magic with the Five of Cups, regretting their magician ways. And if this masculine, what I'm picking up too is that for some masculines, they knew that the karmic was doing magic. They even helped them. They regret it. They regret it. They wish that they had it, is what I'm picking up here. Because this Five of Cups energy was so strong, right? Because look it. They had you in that water. That's you in the water. Like, hello, there's magic being done on me. Like, hello, death spells. I'm getting sick and our kids are being impacted. Hello. And they were so busy worried about this false ass Two of Cups that they're looking at, or this false ass Three of Cups, which is the third party and the threesomes and all that they missed their Two of Cups and went down the river. Now these masculines are out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. Yep. Exactly what I was feeling. Oh, Three of Pentacles at the top of the deck. A broke down collaboration. No longer wanted to be involved. This is like the breakdown of a very solid and firm foundation, right? Like completely decimated with the Three of Pentacles, not Cups, because Pentacles is earth, it's firm, right? So there was maybe a housing situation or a living situation or some type of like long-term commitment or moving towards that, and it's over now. These masculines, they did that to themselves though. Clarify Fox, shapeshift for the divine masculines with the Two of Pentacles here. They have no options now. They shapeshifted so much. They took this form and that form. They played this game and that game. But remember, the more games that they played, the more times that you won. That's what I'm going to title this video. Now they're out of options because you don't want to reconcile. You left them out in the cold. You don't want nothing to do with them. Nine of Wands. It's done. Clarify Stars, Infinite with the Three of Swords here. They're never going to forget this heartbreak or betrayal. They're never going to forget what happened. There's always going to be a spot in their heart for you. And it don't matter all the females that they sleep with and all the things that they do. No one's ever going to compare to you. And they know that. Whew. So you just now waking up to this? I've been told you though. Clarify Stars, Infinite for the divine masculine. With the Six of Wands. Lack of victory. They've lost. And they've lost greatly. Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, Empress in the reverse. Yeah. They failed to take action. King of Wands in the reverse. That union is broken now. The Empress in the reverse too was like, no, not someone's wife or a divorced woman to me as well. So now that's what the energy that these masculines are in. But like I said, they made up their bed. Now they need to lay in it. I'm going to do a whole separate video all about the karmics, y'all. Dear bright and well-living ancestors, please give us messages for the divine masculines, please. Messages for the divine masculines. Healing. Working on their healing. Spiritual partnership at the top of the deck. Rebirth at the bottom of the deck. Your masculine could be a Scorpio because this is my death card in this deck as well. Or a Leo with this Six of Wands here. A Taurus with the Five of Pentacles as well with the Hierophant, or a Virgo masculine. Capricorn masculine. Sag masculine. I said that as well. Healing, spiritual partnership, rebirth. Yeah, they realize now that they have a spiritual partnership with you. For a lot of you that are done with your masculines, or you really are really taking this separation like dead ass serious, you're like, nah, I'm actually not going to talk to you for at least like 2 years because you're crazy. What's happening now is these masculines are realizing how they blocked their own blessings. Now they want to really go into their healing process because they know that by doing their healing is the only way that they can get to you. That's it. With this spiritual partnership card here too, I honestly feel like these masculines are, this is what I was saying earlier in terms of them realizing that you're the only one. That they're not going to get the same type of spiritual partnership or this type of divine love. You give good love. You give good love to me, baby. So good. Take this heart of mine. It's in your hands. You give good love. Your masculine knows you give good love. Sorry if I mess up that song. I love you, Whitney. I'm sorry. Your masculine knows though. Ooh, I'm getting channelings for y'all. Song channelings because I'm getting hella goosebumps. Lordy. Your masculine knows that you're the only one. This is so sad. Whoever's masculine this is, he knows. And he knows he ruined it. He knows that he gave it up for petty, childish bullshit. For sex addiction. To play with the low vibrational karmic. That wasn't about shit, but dick and money. And playing games, right? Now they see what they lost. There's not going to be a rebirth. We're done here. Wow. Well, y'all, that's the divine update. I'm going to do a separate karmic channeling, okay? So let's see what we got going on. And then be on the lookout for your April 2020 monthly love reading, okay? By elements. Anyways, my name is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess. I hope you enjoyed this channeling. Bye.